All right. Welcome back. It's on a Sunday. Hope everyone's having a safe, fun weekend. Thank you for those who have been joining us throughout this whole weekend of Comic Jam Hawaii mini convention as we fill in the spot for all the Lactera convention on the island this year. But yeah, thank you for taking your time out and joining us on these panels and taking a look around at the shop. So with me today, I have Mr. Grant Uchida, the infamous Grant Uchida. And our segment here is painting with words and music. And what that is about, we'll go into that once you get in there. But I would like you to come on in and get to know my friend Grant here real quick, guys. Okay.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Grant. How are
Hi.
you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. This is
Oh
going to be a lot
no,
of
we're
fun.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for doing this. It's fun. I know I met you a while back at several
Yeah.
pods ago, and I actually knew Grant all the way back in Korea.
Right,
He's
cuz you found my videos, right?
yes, and it was on YouTube. Now, what were you doing back then? Can you let people know in terms of your YouTubes and stuff?
Yeah, well, I've been doing YouTube for about 12 years now, maybe more. I can't really remember at this time just flies, but I was doing musical comedy in the beginning. And then after about a year, I started to feel like it wasn't really what I wanted to do and I kind of shifted all over the place. And then I found my way into cosplay conventions, and I realized that there was a market for bringing people together. And I kind of just started becoming the guy who goes to conventions wearing a red shirt, bow tie, and just vlogging the convention, making cosplay montages, and eventually making cosplay themed music.
And today I noticed the tie is off. The bow tie is
Yeah.
off. It's still a
Yeah.
red shirt, but
It
it's
still's a red
different. It's
shirt.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that say, I know you're also an author of some children books.
Yes. I've written 2 books. I should have grabbed them. They're, like, up there right now, but I've written 2
Ooh,
books. You want me to grab
yes,
them? Okay.
yeah, and then let me see if I can pull that up real quick here too, because I know you have it here. Grant actually is having both of his book on our special mini con here for you guys to check out. So give me a second to pull that up on share screen, as Grant also is grabbing
Don't mind my pajamas.
No worries, we're all coming from home. This is the
Yeah.
cool thing about life. Oh, there you go. You
Life.
have one
Yeah,
right there.
there you go. So
Oh, nice.
this one is Soon Kitty. It's about
Oh,
a cat
nice.
that procrastinates. And this one is Little Jack of All Trades. This book is about a boy who does a lot of things. He looks very familiar in the cover with his red shirt and bow tie. But he can do a lot of things, and he finds out that bragging becomes his new favorite hobby. And what happens to his friends, we may never know unless you buy the book and read
Yes.
it.
And didn't you have like audio version of those books as well at one point?
Yes, I have an audio version of Soon Kitty. This one over here. It was a lot easier. This is a quick read. It was a lot easier for me to do this one. But we were doing it more or less for an experiment to see what would happen, like how we would do that, go about it. Because my publisher, Awkward Pause Publishing, I actually met her years ago through one of my YouTube videos, and she always was a fan of my work. And then, like, years later, she came to me and was like, "Hey, I started my own publishing company. I was wondering if you would like to be one of the first people that I publish, and we can learn together." So I was like, "Yeah,
Right,
sure, let's do it." And then that's how this book came to be.
right. And I know you brought these to several local schools to
Hmm.
also show them, right?
Yeah, I went around to like different schools and I read to the kids. What's really cool is that I actually went to my old elementary school, and the entire school was in the audience. So that was like my crowning achievement. I was able to read
Oh,
back to my old elementary school.
and here we have you. This is one of those that you visited and you say, and this is only this little Jack here is available at Barnes and Noble too. Wow.
Hmm.
and for 27.99, and the paperback on Amazon is only 14.99. That's a steal
Yeah.
deal, and he has the information on our Comic Jam Hawaii page here too. So if you're
That's
interested, pick.
oh,
This
sorry.
is
I was
a
gonna
good
say
Yeah. Sorry.
that's
It's a good Christmas gift, is what I'm getting to.
sorry about that. Yeah. I was gonna say really quickly, that's my illustrator for that book. Her name is Selena.
Oh,
A quick shout out to her. You can follow her art at I think it's Milk of Tea, MYLK of Tea
no,
on Instagram. Yeah.
nice. And then hi. I'm not sure
Mhm.
who this is commenting, but they say they love that book,
Oh,
so you
thank
might have
you. Thank you.
seen. Yeah. And of course, you got your Soon Kitty. This was the latest
Mhm.
one that I know of.
Yeah.
And let's see here right now on Amazon, it's 12.99 with the audio book in it. And then let's see here. Oh no, the audio book is 7.99. So
Yeah.
wow, that is so cute. Now I know you had a background in some kind of uh, manga drawing or comic drawing back then as
Yeah,
well.
right. So, when I was a little kid, I wanted to, um I wanted to basically be a comic artist. I remember, like, looking at Spider-Man comics when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved, the idea of Spider-Man. I was just really bad at reading. So, you look at, like, a Spider-Man comic, there's tons of words in there, and I was like, "Oh, geez, I don't know what I'm doing here. What am I" like, I'm just seeing the pictures, and so what I did was I would kinda copy the pictures, and then I would write down in the little speech bubbles what I thought they were saying. And this was back when I was
Oh,
maybe in, like, 1st grade or wherever, and I guess that was my very first, moments of me telling a story. And I
oh,
actually, I went through my house looking for them, and I found, I think, all of the comics that I made when I was a kid.
ooh,
You
okay.
ready?
There's a show and tell.
There we go. It's all of
Oh,
these books right here.
wow. What?
All of these books, I think that there were more, but all of these books were drawn by me. Ah, um, and yeah, let's see. Let me see if I can
Oh,
find a good one.
Terry
But there
love cats. You gotta get that Soon Kitty book. I've
yeah.
listened to a snippet of his audio reading too. I like it. He has a nice way of telling
Yeah.
story.
Thank you.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that I'm an artist myself, but that is a crazy amount.
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry.
I actually haven't even looked through these. Um, my drawings are really bad, but this one over here was called Big Battles, and as you can see, um, yeah,
Oh, you
pristine
gotta
work over here.
shove it
Yeah,
up
sorry, it's
against the
like
screen real.
if I go
There
too
you
close,
go.
it'll get blurry,
Yes,
but
yes.
yeah, so you can see. So I've been drawing ever since I was little, and I didn't even realize too that what do you call that I still had some of these books. But I remember as a kid, I was just so my mind was constantly thinking of like, what's the next story? Like I just watched this anime called Guyver. I gotta draw it, and so I draw my own version of what was happening. And my teacher did not like that because we're supposed to be studying, so she would take my composition books away, and then I'd go home, ask my mom for another one, and repeat it. So at the end of the
Can you
year, she had like, huh?
can you show the stack again?
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
look
sure.
at this sheer amount of
I know. Wait, let me
composition
get all of
notebook.
it. There we go. There we go.
Even
All
my
these.
sketchbook don't amount to that.
I think
Wow.
some of them are about halfway filled too. So a lot of kids spent
Wow,
oh geez,
wow.
everything's falling. A lot of kids spent their time. Yeah, Guyver was it was so weird too. Like the idea of Guyver was so weird, and I was like, oh man, I know. And what's even funnier too is I found this. I loved Garfield, so what I would do is I would cut out all of my favorite Garfield comics and I put them into a book. This was before I
Yes.
found out that they actually sold like books of these, but I realized that this was like my very first way of actually making a comic. It's like it's taking like just like the every week I would just cut it out and glue it in here. And I realized that like these are all the things that I've been doing, and I didn't even realize that I was doing what I was like building up to. And here, let me show you guys another one. This is I made this comic. I didn't get very far in it, but this was back in high school. So back in
Yes.
high school, you know, I actually got a little better at drawing. As you can see, there you go. So I kind of kept up with being able to draw and tell stories all throughout my childhood. Um,
Yeah.
but I guess I don't think that I was really meant to be in like that type of artist. And over time, music kind of took over, and I realized that instead of telling stories by drawing out comics, I could actually tell stories through music. And
Oh,
so what I would
yes.
do is I would do parodies of songs. I would just find something weird about a song and I'd kind of elaborate on it. But yeah.
Right. And you guys who are just joining us, you want to stick around for this because we have live music, original music. I've listened to it and it's in my head. It's been in my head for weeks now. And so stick around for that. I promise you some fun on that, and it's a sweet song. But yes, let's dive into that because you went from like, which I didn't know is that you went from drawing and you are at heart literally a storyteller as well, and I love storytellers. Um, that's what lacking today music with stories was
Mhm.
so much better. Yes,
I agree. I
and
agree.
that's cool that you're bringing it over to music now. You're twitching a lot. You're twitching every single night
Yeah.
now. Tell people how long you twitch and
um
what it's like on your panels.
okay, so I guess to get into that, I I I've always kind of wanted to find a way to express like what's going on in my head. Um, Not necessarily just opinions, but there's like I have these amazing ideas, and I think everybody has this where it's like I got this amazing idea, whether it be an invention, whether it be like a story for a movie, whether it be a song, but most people will just kind of pass that by, and they'll never really get to fulfill it because it takes a lot of effort. You know, like sometimes it's like, well, how am I even going to get there? I have this idea for a movie, it'd be great, and it's just it never happens because we have so many ideas so fast. And I think that that's the biggest that's why I started making YouTube videos and all that, is because it was kind of like a way to document everything that's going on. um yeah, exactly, like conjunction junction, what's your function? It's like music through teaching through music, I think is really
Yes.
amazing. And one thing that I've always wanted to do is like with everything I do, with the cosplay music that I make, with my con vlogs and all that, it was always to be a voice for the voiceless, the kids who suffer from social anxiety, the kids who are, you know, like shy and insecure, and they only have conventions to kind of like fit in, because outside
Right.
world is scary, and if they can't relate to anybody out there, they're going to just be a shut-in. So when it comes to the cosplay community, I feel that it's a very big community, and it's an important one for kids who find similar interest in manga, anime, whoever likes One Piece or Naruto, they can go there and find common ground with people. And my idea was, if I write a bunch of cosplay related songs, and they're empowering songs that allow people to I guess to understand that they're not alone, then that can be really powerful. But like going back to the idea is, I don't know how to produce music and I don't know how to like actually like make an album. So for 5 years I've kind of been sitting on this project and it's never happened. And this year was the year I was going to be like, all right, I'm going to take a break from making YouTube videos, going to take a break from all of this stuff, focus full on into doing that. Um, and I spent a good amount of time just working and building up, like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This is how I learned how to program drums into my computer. And eventually it got to the point where something told me to just jump onto Twitch. And
Right.
I didn't know why, but I just randomly decided to just jump onto Twitch. And my first day on, I talked for about 4 or 5 hours to just, like, 3 people, one of them being, I think, me watching myself. Um, so I was literally just in there, and I was rambling on for 4 hours straight, barely any breaks. And I guess some people found that to their liking. And then also to Anne here, she ended up finding out that I stream as well, so she jumped into my
Yeah.
stream, you know, and then other people that I've met throughout the course of my career came in, and one night I got raided by one of my old friends who's already big on Twitch, and there was about 200 people in there, and I talked and played music for about 8 hours that day, and a good
Wow.
portion of them actually stayed. Yeah, and so that's when I kind of realized that it's not necessarily the music, it's not necessarily the drawings, it's not necessarily the cosplay thing, but it's just me as a storyteller that I found what I'm really good at. Um, and basically, what had happened was I realized that if I can build up a solid community on Twitch, the messages of inspiring, entertaining, and educating are going to flow through what I talk about. Sorry, that was a long-winded rant about it, but
No, 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 it's
yeah,
perfectly fine. It really gives purpose to why you're doing what you're doing, which to some people it's crazy the amount of work
yeah,
you're putting on here every single night. This is his Twitch here, guys, and he grows pretty fast on here for the short time that he's been on. And he's very consistent with it, and you can see it's long videos, and they're
yeah,
like 4 hours, and he plays real life music. It's grantology.
yeah.
You have
The study of
grantologists.
Grant. Yeah,
Yes. And what is it? Yes, amazing. Oh, what is this? Mel is posting what you call that? Some
American
lyrics
Pie,
here.
or
Yeah,
yeah, the American Pie song. A
yeah.
true storyteller is hard to find. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Um, but yeah, like I think that one thing that I've always learned and I've always thought about was when it comes to um doing things online, especially when it comes to storytelling, it's insanely hard to compete with what everyone else is doing. But I feel like if you truly have a message, then it doesn't really matter how many people are doing
Right.
it because only you have that particular message and only you can share it. So anybody out there who's wanting to start a book, wanting to, like make a movie, wanting to write a song, wanting to make a comic, go for it because the longer you wait, the more likely that idea is not going to happen and someone else just might do it before you.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
speaking of that, you took no time, like you wasted no time to really put down these songs and ideas that you have. Like you guys can see, like he has taken his art, his drawing into actual books already. And then now he actually, if I remember correctly, you said on a stream that you had like 30 songs you wrote about the
Um,
border.
te- uh, Technically, I mean 30 songs that I feel are worthy of being on an album. I remember when I was doing parodies for the first year, I wrote about 70 parodies. And
Uh-huh.
only a handful of them went on YouTube. A lot of them are kind of irrelevant right now because of they a lot of them were like time sensitive. Um, but as far as songs go, like this is my song journal right here. Um, from 2017 to 2021, I would just like write songs in here as much as I could. And I remember I took a long break. So there was like maybe like a 3 or 4 year break. And then as soon as the pandemic hit, I honestly didn't know what to do with myself because conventions were my bread and butter. I needed conventions to thrive in order to make my channel grow, and they weren't happening. So I ended up deciding like I'm just gonna vlog. I'm just gonna vlog for 60 plus days and see what happens. And I realized that that actually killed my channel because it's not the content that people want to see. Um,
Oh,
but throughout that time, I realized that there's a lot that I didn't do in life, and so I just decided to impulsively buy like a $2,000 guitar, and it inspired me to write songs, and that's kind of like where like all those new 30 songs came from. Is as soon as I got the idea, I would just write it down. I'd stay up till like 3 in the morning, even if I had work the next day. I would just do that
oh,
just to get it out there. Yeah.
right. And was it can you by any chance give
Mhm.
us a taste of that parody music, and then we'll go into what
Yeah, yeah,
music you
sure.
make now. A parody
Uh,
music. So
let's see. I don't even
music,
remember if
music.
I um uh I'll play it. I don't even remember. Like, there's so much that I don't remember.
Okay, whatever you can.
I know. Hey There Delilah was one of those songs that I would play at comedy clubs, and it basically was like, it's a song that gets progressively creepier as it goes along. And I would often open at comedy clubs, and a lot of comedians would use that as a baseline to kind of have reoccurring jokes. But if I remember
Oh,
it correctly, it goes something like this. Um, something like this. There. I got. Okay. Hey there, Daniela, what's it like across the city? I'm 1,000 feet away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. My telescope is locked on you, your roommate too. That's all I remember.
hey,
But it,
that's good.
thanks. It was about the idea of like, what do you call it? It's just it's one of those things where it tells a story of just like a guy who gets like creepier and creepier, and at the end he gets like arrested and dragged away. Um, but yeah, like that's one thing too. Is like a lot of my parodies back in the day, um, as weird and raunchy as they might be, I always made sure that the ending would have a consequence. So it's kind of like educational in a sense. You know, like first he starts off stalking them, then he like breaks into their house and he follows them to I think it was like Czechoslovakia or something like that. But then he gets arrested and he gets dragged away. Um, and then one like that was like one example of a song that I had. Another one that I did was Dancing Queen. I did a parody to that called Pregnant Teen.
Oh,
And yeah, and
wow.
that but the idea of that one was the cycle will continue, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, dark humor is always the best. Anyways, yeah.
Creepy Euro blocking stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man. But but th those were the things that you were known back then, and then
Mhm.
I know you said the pandemic hits, and after a while, you stopped going toward just writing songs about cons and cosplays and things that are
Yeah.
inexistent. And tell us more about what kind of music you write nowadays. I know you had like a kind of trilogy almost, like a book of
Yeah.
it.
Um, I guess a lot of the music I write is based on experience that I have. Um,
Hmm.
I wanna do this thing where I take all of my songs from the past, like, 12, 15 plus years, from even, like, back when I was in, like, high school and stuff, I would write songs, and I kinda, like, piece them together, and I realized that it literally is my story. It's my story of time, and I
Right,
think that that's something that's very important, is that, everybody understands that, like, the longer you live, the more of a legacy you leave behind, and not everybody is going to be able to share their legacy. So, because as a YouTuber, Casey Neistat puts it, we've won the lotto of life, meaning that we're not stuck in a third world country. We're not stuck without food or shelter. We have this ability to document what's happening in our lives, and we have this ability to change the world because of what privilege we have, and therefore we have to utilize our talents and our abilities because
right.
that's the only way that we can do it. Not everybody is meant to be $1 million entrepreneur who's a billionaire philanthropist like Tony Stark. We need to find our own way to be a hero, and I've realized that mine is through storytelling, music, and all of that. Excellent points of privilege. Thank you. I can play a really quick song to kind of give you an idea of like how far I've advanced from
Oh,
parodies to cosplay and all that. It'll be a quick
yes.
one. Okay.
Yes, no, we would love it. Or Bill Gates.
Yeah.
They shut out of what you call it, the rich guys.
Right, right. I think honestly though, Bill Gates, I remember reading something that from his like 20s to 30s, he locked himself in the cubicle or in his cubicle and he never took a break for 10 years to make Microsoft. And I think that
Oh,
for that thought, it kind of relates to me in a sense that there has been so many times where I've buried myself in YouTube. A lot of people, if you see me at conventions, I literally don't eat. I wake up at 9 o'clock to get ready to head to the convention by like 10. I film till about 8 o'clock. I go home, I have dinner, and then I end up working and editing a video till 12, and I upload it at 12:30, and I go to bed at 1, and I repeat that over and over and over again till the convention's done. And then for the next week, I'm just uploading back like B-roll content and all that. But I don't think I've ever gone to a convention to not work. I'm always,
Oh
if you ever
yeah.
see me, I'm always running around with my camera, and I have to edit through almost 10 hours of footage every single day whenever there's a convention. But I rem
Dang.
but to me, that's fun, that's exhilarating, is because I'm creating something that not many people can do, not many people can pump out a convention video the day of, and also share the magic of what had happened the day before, so,
Oh my god.
yeah.
Yay. Hey, Facebook user. I'm not sure who you
Hello.
are.
Yeah,
Let us
hi.
know who you are. It's not showing. But yes. Oh, so Donna said you sound like her in 1980s. Conventions are the best workplace. Yes. It's Pac-Man. Hey, what's up, Pac-Man?
Yeah. I admire
I have
Grant's
no
ability
idea.
to resist chasing the YouTube algorithms. Oh, thank you, thank you. We can talk about that more later. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He's been doing this for years now.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I lost my train of thought. You know what? Go take
Yeah,
us
okay.
away with your songs.
Alright. So, this is a song that I play a lot on my stream on, it's called The Spark.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'll let the word speak for itself. But don't you realize there's so much more to see than the pages of a book with words to read? You've opened up your mind in a land far away, but you're still all alone at the end of the day. The end of the day. And you don't realize everything you do makes you wonderful, and there's magic in you.
Throw us some
You're king
emoji
for a horse, so you'll never be alone.
emojis below, guys.
Knowledge is your wealth, that's all you need to own. It's all you own. So please don't cry your tears anymore. You know your life is worth fighting for. Good things will happen as long as we're alive, even though we may feel dead inside. So light that spark and friends you'll find, no longer imprisoned in your mind. Be the flame that shines so bright in the darkness, in the dead of night. The dead of night. Something like that.
Yay! Yay! Bravo!
Yeah, I've
That
come a long way about talking about stalkers and stuff. uh,
I'm about to say it's like a modern folksy. It's very cool. Yes,
Thank
it's
you,
very
thank you,
soothing. Very soothing.
thank you.
So if you guys ever seen Grant on his Twitch, and whenever he does these singing segment, we're throwing random emojis. We're just throwing
Yeah,
emojis everywhere. There's like an
emojis and
emoji for
words.
yeah, emojis for Squid Game too. They're like squids that I like to put
Yeah.
on there. But that is beautiful. And yeah, like Ma was saying earlier, it's only take a spark to get a fire going.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's beautiful, beautiful songs. And
Thank you.
I know you drew a lot of inspiration from life, and it's not only talking about squid notes. You're not only talking about your own life, but I also from the songs I've heard that you've done nowadays, it's not just about people about a certain subject, but it's always there's a message you're giving to people. It's almost like a good hand reaching out. Now,
Yeah.
I wonder if would we get flagged if you? I want people to know, get a taste of your talent in terms of like
Okay.
making things up in the fly too. Because
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
sure.
would we get flagged if we do something with like Eminem rap song, but it's
I
country
think
twist?
I think that we'll be able to. I think we'll be okay. I don't think that the algorithm will be able to catch it. Hang on.
Well,
Let me
just
just tune my guitar.
here's a twitch, a twist,
A twitch.
a twist on the Twitch. Anyway, it's just a little snippet uh, for people to get, but um, Grant
Yeah.
can countrify almost any song.
Yeah, it's a rare talent that I've stumbled upon. Well, we could even ask the audience, like, what's your favorite
Yeah,
song? Just leave
just
a comment below and let me see what I can find.
throw it in, guys, because even a song that he doesn't know,
Yeah, yeah, it
he'll
can be
he'll
like literally
countrify
if
it.
it's a song if it's a song I don't know, that's even better. Let's see, Monk says, we need
Mm.
those messages more than ever. We are missing so much in our society. I agree. I agree and continue to lose every generation. Humanity, we have lost our way. I believe so. Um, Yeah, and I think that to inspire, entertain, and educate people allows for that. Um, it's just more or less finding ways to insert facts of truth in art, so that the ones who really want it, the ones who are really looking for something, will find it. And I think that that's important. Is that it's not for my stuff. I find that it's not meant for everybody. A lot of my songs I feel might get lost in the mainstream, but the idea that somebody will one day find it and look into it, I think that that's a lot more impactful because then they can create something based off of what they've learned or seen from what I create, and that's how we keep the culture and the inspiration and that type of mindset going.
Oh, Bridge Over Troubled Water, is that a song?
Yeah.
Okay. I've
All right.
never heard this song before, so we'll have fun. We'll have fun with this. Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see if we can countrify that.
Oh, we definitely can. All
Okay,
right.
give
Here
me
we
a
go.
minute.
It's kind of bad because I already know this song, but when you're weary, feeling small, and the tears are in your eyes, dry them all. I'm by your side. When times get rough and friends can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, lay me down. You hear? Ah, you're down and out when you're on the street. When evening falls so hard, I'll comfort you, I will take your part. Like a bridge over troubled water, lay me down. Like a bridge over troubled water, lay me down, yeah. Like a bridge over troubled water, lay me down. Y'all come back now, you hear? Something like that.
Nice. Donna sang she sang Bridge Over Troubled Waters in the Barretts in 1971. Lovely new
Mm,
rendition to it. Yes.
yeah. Now it's been countrified. I
Okay,
think
so
oh sorry, go for
the,
it.
there is another one. Simon and Garfunkel. Who's
Oh,
that?
Simon and Garfunkel. Um, what's a good Simon and Garfunkel song? I actually like if you guys know any rap songs, that's a little better. You know what?
That or Jerky Nation by
We'll
Paul
just go with
Revere.
Jerky Nation. What was that?
Cherokee Nation by Paul Revere and the
Oh,
Raiders.
Cherokee Nation. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look that up. That sounds fun.
We'll have to hear Donna's version one day. Yes, yes. More music make the world merrier. Let's see.
Cherokee Nation
So that
song.
and Anna's a puppy.
All right, Cherokee Nation.
Oh, okay.
Well, they took the whole Cherokee Nation, put it under reservation. They took away so hard the tomahawks and bows and knives. They took away our native tongue. Oh, I taught their English when they were young. And they beads made by hand are nowadays made in Japan. Oh, Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe. So proud to live, so proud to die. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe. So proud to live, so proud to die. It's so ironic that it's like I turned it into a country song. That's that's very
They,
meta. uh
okay. So any Beatles and like Donna said, yep, remember us old folks got the wildest stories. You will too. Yeah. Uh Jerky Nation will return and then a Facebook user said there's a great arrangements here though. So I'm guessing that might be Peckman or Harry right there. Hey, hey,
right.
Meredith. Welcome on in. This is
Hello, hello.
Grant Uchida. Um, remember, he is also the author of Little Jack and Slim Kitty, available
Yeah.
on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. But on the side, he does sing. Uh, multi-talented. Um, you don't happen to have that stack of composition notebooks again?
Oh yeah, I do.
I'm gonna make you exercise today.
That's right. This isn't even all of it too. I'm just gonna hold this much. Oh, here we go. Yeah. This is my workout
Ah,
today.
so he draws on the side, but let's see. And
Yeah.
he turned it into books and now he's singing. Oh, I'll believe you. I know you have crazy story when you're 16.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I believe that.
Here. Tried Hold Your Hand by the
Well,
Beatles.
actually, here's another thing that I do is I'll make up songs on the fly based off of what people put in the chat. So we could try something like that. Change it up a bit. Um, if you guys want, there's one thing I do. It's called the random word song, and it's basically everybody in the chat has to play a part in this. We're gonna create a song together on the fly. You just need to type in anything and everything that comes to mind. So whatever it is, bananas, apples, peaches, unicorns, just type it in the chat and we'll begin a song. Like literally just I can start with this right here. Yeah, the Cherokee Nation will return without proof as I'm laughing my butt off. I hold my hand, but a beetle land on asparagus. Tofu cars in my car with peanuts gave me allergies because I'm 69 and my giraffe eats a tiger. Cause this is a song that goes on for too long. Yeah, the lyrics don't make sense, but the words go on and on and on and on and on and on. Hey guys, you guys are getting it. I had a sushi assassin jump off the hill where he met somebody who told me that I needed to believe the way that Donna told me Elvis was gone because elves are so dark. The Vikings love their cheese, and maybe I could go down to the Middle East. Cause this is a song that goes on for too long. Yeah, the lyrics don't make sense, but the words go on and 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 on. Yeah.
Woo! Keep it rolling, guys.
Oh, so I just ended it. But yeah,
Well,
that's That's another thing that
Wholesome.
I do in my live stream.
Oh, what the heck? Keep it
Uh,
PG-13, guys.
yeah.
Oh my God. Pokeball.
Yeah.
But if you guys like this kind of segment, again, remember, Grant stream on Twitch almost every single day,
Yeah.
and this is one of his segments. And people
Yeah.
go crazy on there. It doesn't have to be PG-13 as
Yeah.
much as
Yeah.
it is right now. Uh,
Yeah.
segment slur. What? Um,
Uh, but yeah.
what is this?
There we go. There we go.
So
Just
much
get the chat
fun.
going.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
And okay. So since we're down to 20 minutes, of course,
Okay.
we gotta get back to a little bit more of a serious note here.
Hmm.
Um, the Grant, of course, is very much self-made right now. He runs all the equipment, everything that he has right now that you see on stream. His studio right there are built up from years of being on YouTube, years of having followers, and just getting the business going. So
Hmm.
make sure you can, if you can, check out his Slim Kitty and Little Jack. Uh, what do you call it? Children
Little
books.
Jack of all trades.
Children,
Yeah. Children's book.
yes, his children books, because that is one way to where you can support Grant, and it is
Hmm.
currently available on our Comic Jam Hawaii mini console. If you haven't checked that out, please do. And of course, check out his Twitch channel. He's growing audiences on there, and you get tons of crazy fun contents like you've just seen just now with us. Um, and look out for when he does put out his own music, because that is
Yeah.
what he's working on. So that'll be fun. Is Heckman short of something else, or just want to keep it small? Huh? I'm not sure what that means. Give Grant a
Yeah.
grant. Yes. And now there's another song that
Yeah.
I really love that I'm gonna request on behalf of the audience.
Okay.
Blue. Blue, my
Yeah.
favorite uh color as well. One of my favorite actually.
Hmm.
And it has a somewhat of, if you listen to Bruno Mars, like you can count on me, like 1, 2, 3. Anyways, you get the idea. That kind of like uplifting song. This is the uplifting song coming local from the heart of Hawaii, to you guys, by Grant, and it's such a good song for your friends, like the emotions for your friends and family, anyone of acquaintance. But yeah, with no further ado, I'm rambling, but let us hear
Okay.
it.
I think a lot of us grew up watching Blues Clues and watching the very first person who taught us how to find clues and think for ourselves, Steve. If you guys remember Steve, he kind of just randomly disappeared one day, and he was like, "I'm going to college. This is your new friend, Joe. Uh, have a good life." And recently, he came back on the internet, and he basically came back and he was like, "Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I never forgot all of you." And I thought about that a lot, and I'm like, you know what? I remember watching Steve when I was a kid. I was a little older when I was watching Blues Clues, but I remember like building a connection with this person, and I think that's the way that a lot of us are. Is like we have this connection with people, whether or not they're close friends or not, but over time it separates us, and we kind of forget about them. But when they come back for that one moment, it's magical. It goes something like this. You're looking good after all these years. I never forgot who we were. Seems like it's been so long ago, but everything turned out alright. But there are times when I feel a little blue, so I go back in my mind to when there's me and you. help me find myself one step at a time. That's why I often think of you. It feels like it's been so long ago. I'm thinking of
Thinking of
you when
you.
you would call me your best friend. Now we vent about jobs and complain about student loans. I'm thinking of you. Laugh about promotions we may never get. But there are times when I feel a little blue. So I go back in my mind to when there's me and you. You help me find myself one step at a time. That's why I often think
Think
of
of
you.
you.
We find a way to help ourselves and tell each other we're alright. I'm thinking of you. Then we go our separate ways. We find a way to help ourselves and tell each other we're alright. I'm thinking of you. Then we go our separate ways. I wanna be honest and tell you the truth. There are times when I feel a little blue. So I go back in my mind to when there's me and you. How we could do anything that we wanted to. You help me find myself one step at a time. That's why I often think
Think
of
of
you.
you.
I'm thinking of you.
Oh my god. I always love hearing that song.
Thank you.
And everyone's loving it. Yes, this is an original song by Grant. Um, so touching. It always brings such a heartwarming feeling, even though the song is blue. Blue is cold, but damn, it's so touching. And I whenever I see Grant now, I actually ask him to play this song. Um, and we had like a live jam session. And I don't know, have you played live at any location on island yet? Sorry for the airplane. Sorry.
No worries. No, actually, Twitch is primarily my main online concert that I just, you know, I find that right now it's so hard to network and to share your music with people outside of Hawaii. But on Twitch, I've been noticing I've been getting people from like India, from the European side of the world, and it's become, I'm slowly building up an international audience that way. I would like to perform live. Like I definitely would like to do that one day, when everything kind of picks up again.
Right.
But yeah, I really could easily book you locally. I would love that. Honestly, like I know a lot of people nowadays. They want what do you call? They basically want you to play all of the classic songs that everybody knows. Like they want you to play Journey, they want you to play Bruno Mars, they want you to play all of this. And it's very hard to get people to want to listen to original music because they don't know the lyrics and all that. So and I don't think I
Oh,
have that great of a voice. So it's like I can't sing like Tom Petty them. I have to like keep it in my own range.
right, and
But
let's
yeah.
talk about that. You brought up a good point. It's like you often say on your streams that you're not the greatest singers or anything, and you don't know how to hit these notes, but you have a method to go about it, and
Mhm.
it just highlights your story afterward. It comes down to just your lyrics after that. But tell us a bit about how it works with your how you adjust the tones.
Um Well, if you have like a little trick is if you have a capo, you can figure out what tone you're in and just stick with that. So, I cheat with that a lot. Um, but I think that like a lot of artists nowadays, they get so caught up with the beat, they get so caught up with hitting those high notes. They want to sing like like someone else. They want to be like someone else who's already successful. But Jackie Chan said like I don't want to be the next Bruce Lee. I want to be the first Jackie Chan. And I always took that to heart. It's like I might not have the greatest voice. I might not be able to shred on the guitar. I might not be multi-talented with different instruments, but I know that I have an idea and I have a song, and even if it's the same four chords that everybody else plays, I'm still able to make something that's original to me. And it took a
Yeah,
long time to realize that. Um, so what I've learned is that I don't have to play for anyone else but myself in order to enjoy what I do, and other people will follow. So
right.
I
And
think that
like
that's yeah.
like Donna said, you have your own voice, and
Hmm.
they are enjoying it. And all
I'm
these
glad.
people, I'm pretty sure a majority of folks on here have not seen or heard of you before.
Yeah.
But and that kind of testify to, you know, they haven't heard your original song before, and they enjoy that this whole time. So we do see you doing live gigs with just your own music. And you have
Thank
something
you.
different, entertaining, interesting with messages people will be listening to here in a good way that can stick. Um, there are a lot of people who don't usually sing well, but they sing good songs,
Yeah.
which is what you're doing. And oh yeah, I was gonna say when you started out this song,
Hmm.
this blue song, it was interesting. It's almost you started with a narrative and you were
Yeah.
talking to us. It feels like we were sitting back in like an old shack or like an old cafe, and then just like you're on stage and you're talking to the audience. And that is amazing how you do that through the screen just by that.
Thank you.
Yeah, sometimes we like to hear those imperfections that give the song character, tell
Yeah,
us a
I think
little
so
more
too. Mhm.
rawness to it. Yes. Oh man, that is so beautiful. Um, but yeah, that and you do break down into a little bit more in terms of the chords that you use on your guitar as well, which is
Mhm.
you say like four?
Yeah, yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to music, a lot of them are just, like and you can play almost any song in the world with that, like, "Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
Uh-huh.
She took a midnight train going anywhere. Rah, 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 ah, ah. Roma, Roma, gaga, na, na. Want your bad romance, California girls, they're undeniable. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Don't stop, make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up. Tonight, let it fight. I'ma see the sunlight. Tick tock, start that clock. Honey, don't stop, no. Oh, 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 oh. Something like that. You just
Ooh,
literally you can
perfect.
play any
Yes.
song. Any song can be played with four chords.
Yes, yes. I got a dumpster guitar and a couple cords and beers enough to entertain anybody. Yeah, bro. Singing is part of my culture also. Unfortunately, not a good voice, but love singing in the shower though.
That's always
Yeah,
good. Always sing.
we're all shower singers.
Mhm. Yeah.
um, and there on that note, we're closing out pretty
Mhm.
soon. Is and I know you said that the blues song is like at a certain period in your life.
Yeah.
Now, is there another song that is a little different but it's also in a different period of your life? Because I know you've had it stationed out in like three different parts of your life.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so. I don't actually know how I was gonna end this. I guess we can leave it up to the audience. Um, we could do we could either do a complete change of pace. Um, actually, you know what? I know what I'll do. I'll play. Well, we could either. Well, somebody wants rap. Okay, then that's easy. There's a that actually helps me out a lot. There's a there's a song that I wrote.
Or
There's a song that
Hawaiian songs.
Hawaiian songs.
I,
Honestly, I don't know too many Hawaiian songs.
we gotta
I don't.
work on that. We
Yeah,
gotta work on that.
but actually, somebody I remember on Instagram, I posted something saying, uh, what would you like me to write a song about? And somebody said, write a song about your experience in life on YouTube. And I came up with this song called "For the Ride." It's
Oh
kind
god,
of
they're
like
the
a country twang. Everybody's typing in random things now,
yeah.
but
No, no, it's like comic words right now.
right, right. If you follow me on Twitch, we can do random songs about that. You seem to have a lot to say, but but this song is called "For the Ride," and it's basically my learnings and my I guess understanding about how my life has been and how YouTube is and how society is and all that. Or some deep or some, I don't know, metaphorical stuff like that. Anyways, it goes like this. Yo, it's Grant, I'm the coming Casanova, coming in faster just like a supernova. You got a Lamborghini, I got a Toyota. It's more fuel efficient, just a little bit slower. I'ma take it and I rake it like the lawn in casinos playing poker until the breaking dawn. Because twilight is my favorite time of day to see the light. Yo, I'm a workaholic vampire, sitting up all night. You know I sleep till 12, but I hustle every day. And the people seem to listen and like I have to say. I can tell you right now, ain't no channel like mine. Cause I'm a wild card, baby, switching up all the time. Oh yeah, well, catch me outside, now how about that? I'm rolling, rocking, fighting all this traffic just like robots. Like I'm popping, going 20 miles an hour, and I can still do more. Like streaming down the street, riding on my boozing board, yeah. People say there goes that guy. Watch him as he passes by, but I'm afraid that he may die because he lives for the ride. I'm an impulsive control freak, no time to take it slow. I've been this way on YouTube since a decade ago, writing parodies by day and then performing them by night. It's the daily grind and hustle that has consumed my life. From comedy to skateboarding and vlogging to cosplay, my content keeps on changing and evolving along the way. But one thing that's for certain, as the years will pass me by, my signature red shirt with a blue and white bow tie. Because people say there goes that guy. Watch him as he passes by, but I'm afraid that he may die because he lives for the ride. Woo!
Woo.
Probability of problems that concern my mental health keep me focused on creating instead of fame and wealth. My insanity is steadily destroying my worth of self, because when it comes to YouTube, I ain't got nobody else. I spend all of my money on improving camera gear just to make a little noise, hoping somebody will hear. The fact of the matter is that the reality of showbiz is that once you stop the hustle, there's a chance you won't be missed. The ones that watch you every day will grow up and they'll fade away, leaving you to wonder if their content's to blame, because it all ends the same when you are chasing for fame. Somebody better look and make you forget the names. No need to have class, just have a lot of style. Do something really stupid, make the internet go wild. You're the flavor of the year to someone else appears, causing insecurities and personal fears. But I don't mind, I'm doing fine, I'm keeping time with my own rhymes. I'm in a race against myself until the end of my timeline. So even though the views decline, the people go away, I'm having too much fun with this and my loyal fans will stay. Because people say there goes that guy. Watch him as he passes by, but I'm afraid that he may die because he lives for the ride, yeah. People say there goes that guy. Watch him as he passes by, but I'm afraid that he may die because he lives for the ride. Thank you.
Ooh. That summarizes
Everything that's
Grantology.
that literally summarizes everything we talked about, I guess.
Yes. And yes,
uh,
go subscribe to his Twitch channel, guys. Twitch,
Thank you.
YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat,
Right, I'll be live
Facebook.
streaming tomorrow.
Yes, Twitch. Oh man, I've not heard of that one actually, but it summarizes
Yeah,
you
thank
so
you.
well. It's such a good
Thank
way
you.
to end it. And
Mm-hmm.
someone said, Donna said, with traditional art and publishing cultures uh, locking too many out, this is the way to go. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the thing that Grant is doing with his Twitch is just beyond music. It's just beyond stories or products or his books. Again, his books, Soon Kitty, Little Jack. Um, best you go check that out. It is still available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble. So make sure you check that out. But yes, for some Perry Lee, what? Oh, because someone said that it almost sounded like Sweet Home Alabama, a
Mm,
little bit.
that's kind
'Cause-
of what I was going for. I was going for that.
Bravo, bravo.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Classic,
you.
almost dying.
Free bird.
Oh man, yes. But yes, that summarizes what Grant is about. That summarizes what Grantology is about, his whole life and this life as a creative running all about. If you want to hear more of that, if you need to get more of that in your life, want to get more of that in your life, you know where to head to. It's simple. It's just Grant Uchida
Yeah.
on
Everything's my name.
everything. Yes. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And then you can check out his earlier stuff there. But he is definitely taking things to a whole new level.
That's right.
So yeah, did someone say it's a troubadour? Someone call you a
Troubadour. Troubadour.
troubadour.
Yeah. Someone called me a troubadour the other day on Instagram. Had to look up what that
It,
meant.
I know, I know. And Grant, mahalo for sharing with us your little at our
Of
little
course. Thank
con.
you. Thank you
Yes,
for having
thank
me. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate this.
Yes. So hurry up, guys. Go over, check out his channel, check out his book. Support him, support what he's doing. He has a
Thank
great
you.
messages going out there. I can't wait to see more from him. And
Thank
as
you.
we're closing out, I want to remind everyone this has been the Comic Jam Hawaii Mini Con. We still have the rest of the night. I think this ends at like 8 p.m. over here, so another 6 hours to the con to go. Hurry up on over to our page, check out the con, check out all the cool merches that are going on right now. There, I know I have a personal special Sunday special on there. There, people are gonna have their stuff throughout the day on there. You have to check it out. It's all coming from local Hawaii too, so that
Mhm.
it's a good deal. And of course, we have yes, thank you, Mike, for putting this together. Michael Cannon is our overall host for
Yes. Thank you,
uh,
Michael.
the con. And for let's see here, what else? Oh, and then one last thing is the mini drawing bid, a special mini drawing bid put together by folks all over for the special con is also going on at the moment. The low bids start out at $5, increment of $1. You guys have until 5 p.m. Hawaii time. That's 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you check that out. Uh, nudge, nudge. Yes. So, oh, glad I was able to make it. Happy to see you like this, bro.
Thank you,
Nush,
mystery person
nush.
who I don't know who you are. I appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you. And are you streaming later tonight or it's just tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I stream Monday through Thursday starting 5 p.m. Hawaii time till it could be 8 p.m., it could be 12. I have no idea. Every night's different. So,
Yes.
yeah,
Uh,
5 p.m. though. That's when I start.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, and let me find that and as we wrapped it up. That has been a great panel. I enjoyed so much. Can't wait to see more of it, Grant. Come on out anytime you want. Hit me up.
Will
Hit
do. Will do.
anyone up on Facebook. I'm sure people want to see more of you.
Yeah. Yeah, and if anybody has any questions for me, I usually respond best on Instagram and Facebook Messenger. So feel free to send me a message.
Okay, and much mahalo and much aloha to
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you for sticking around. We will see you guys shortly. Bye.